Hi guys, some more street lipo to harvest. Shouldn't be seeing much nowadays because the disposable ones are now illegal in the UK. And that one has clearly been trodden on or run over, so have to be a bit careful with that one in case it's been damaged. That one is a disposable one. Most of the ones that size I pick up have got the charging port on them. Oh, you'll notice I got gloves on today. I really didn't want to put them on because it is very hot today, so I shall have wet hands fairly quickly. I'll be sweating in there. That's a pod or something, the mouthpiece, but it's got the magnets in it, so we'll have the magnets out. And then that one is a Lost Mary with a pair of replaceable, with a replaceable pod. I was going to say pair, but that bit's the battery there. I wonder if that'll come out easily. Oh, it didn't want to come out easily. For a minute I thought it was just going to pop out. But yeah, because that has a replaceable reservoir, that's not a disposable one, so they're still legal. You can see the size of the battery in there. That does look like it's removable. What does that do? Or was that? Oh, that was the clip for holding that in place. I see. Right. Okay. I don't think I've taken one of these apart. Done those quite often. Oh, don't want to dig into the battery. That's not going to be a good idea. But that doesn't want to pop out easily. Let's take the front end off. Oh, they've made this much more difficult to get apart. Interesting. LED lit up then. Got a little display on it. I'm going to come out now. Oh, still doesn't want to. I'm surprised how well that's holding together. Oh, little beep in the background there. One of my LiPo batteries has just finished charging. Well, that moved a little bit. The first time's always going to be challenging till you know the way in. Clearly some clips just there. It obviously all clips together when it's in place to stop it all coming apart. Right, we're there. Okay, so it was those little clips there that were holding that in place. That's the bit that the tank goes into. There's our normal battery. What one's that? That's a 16450, 3.7 volts, 1000 milliamp hours, 3.7 watt hours. And then we've got a charger module there. And this bit just doesn't want to come out the way I want it to come out. So say, first time doing it, you don't know the way in. Right. Now that I've done it, that looks like that should have slid out quite easily. So I would guess, we'll take it apart in a minute, but that's the power going in. I should think the heater element's in there. Yeah. So those two wires there will go through to the heater element that's just there. And the liquid goes up through there, and then that sits on the top of there. So it soaks that pad, and then that heats, the heater heats it up so you get your vapor. Okay, well that was interesting. So is that going to come out nicely, or is that going to be awkward? That looks like it's, I don't think it's screwed in place, but it certainly doesn't want to come out easy. Oh, it's moving now. It's moving now. I expect there's little clicky plastic bits that hold it in place that eventually we've released. So those brass bits there make contact with those brass pins in there, which will be, oh, that's that. They're actually screwed in place. Are they screws? Yeah, little crosshead screws holding the circuit board in place. I can just make out where the sensor is, just there, which will be when you suck air through that. Oh, come on, focus now. There we go. When you suck through that little hole there, the sensor is on the other side of it. I don't know if I've got a small enough screwdriver to undo that. I'll have a look. one's small enough. Yep. Oh, and there's the display, digital display. No doubt got double-sided sticky tape on the back. So we've got a nice little 3-number display and a percentage sign and a battery sign. There we go. That was on briefly. Let's do that again. %. So we should be able to just charge that up as it is, if we wanted it like that. The 2 pins that go to the heater element, the sensor only puts power to them for about 10 seconds. I have used the sensor timer effect for a 10-second timer on model aeroplanes. Okay, I will leave that as a complete unit at the moment. Let's just do this while we've got it here. Give it a good squeeze to get the magnets out. We just squeeze it. That loosens or releases the magnets if we get it just right. Come on, out. They don't want to come out. Let's do the other one. Come on. Sometimes they come out easily, sometimes they want to be a pain like this. And that's just determined to be awkward today. I loosened it enough to get a blade beside it. Right, one out. That is funny. I was doing this the other day and they came out with no trouble whatsoever. And that one wants to be awkward. Wow, you really are being awkward. You see it's loose, it just doesn't want to come out the final little bit. Flicked on the floor. There we are. Focus, perhaps. Yeah. 2 more little neodymium magnets. Okay. And that just leaves us this one that doesn't look very happy. Try and reshape it. I just think that's been run over. Can I get hold of the edge of it? There we go. Right, so we have a slightly... Oh, that glove didn't last long, did it? A slightly misshapen battery. Probably best put that somewhere just in case it does anything funny, but let's be honest, it's been like that for quite a while because it's been laying in the street and it hasn't burst into flames as it is. I suppose we could put a battery on it, put a meter on it. Okay, meter. There. 3.48. Not looking bad. Might as well check the other one while we're at it. What? It's bouncing around everywhere. Why is that bouncing around everywhere? 3.82. Okay, so that one's practically, well, it said 40% on it, didn't it? But that one's pretty good. 4.2, 4.3 would be fully charged. Some people get quite excited when they watch me taking these apart and talk about how they're going to burst into flames immediately. Yes, you can get LiPo batteries to burst into flames. And yes, it's not a good idea to have a big pile of them in a wooden box. Better to have them in a metal container in case they catch fire. But I've done videos on trying to catch fire to them. And yeah, we can get them to catch fire sometimes, but you have to treat them really badly. If I chuck these into a metal container without protecting the contacts, potentially they could short out. What I do is I do disconnect these wires, and it would be a good idea to cover that just so there's no way that they can touch two sides of a metal tin. That one I will leave in one piece. That's our heater element, and that's our sensor. Right, the rest of that can all go in the bin. And just for the record, yeah, my hands are soaking wet. They've been sweating inside these plastic gloves. I just started editing the video and remembered I had intended to mention Mike Panchaud. My apologies, there's no way I'll work out how to pronounce that. He had commented on one of my vape battery related videos that AliExpress was selling little modules that you can put the vape batteries on and use them to run LED lights for a torch or a flashlight or whatever you want to call it. So I've had a quick look and I'll show you a couple of listings that look like the sort of thing he was talking about, or at least one of them does and the other one looks a bit different. But yeah, that's certainly a possibility for doing flashlights, especially if they're doing ready-made electronic modules for doing it. It's got a charger, USB-C charger port on it, so you could make a handy little flashlight if you wanted. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.